Hello student, up to last classes you have seen we have completed first chapter with exercise question answer and inside question answer, and then from geography according to your syllabus today I will start second chapter land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife. Okay, wildlife resources. First, I want to say that there are written land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. All these resources have a common factor, have a similarity. What is the similarity? All these are the part of natural resources. I think you know from the first chapter what is natural resources or what are the definition of natural resources. Those resources originate or formed by nature, these are natural resources. So land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife all are the examples of natural vegetation. And in this chapter each and every type of resources, about each and every type of natural resources like land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife, their characteristics, their importance, their distribution we will discuss. From the beginning of this chapter, in your book have two stories. One girl from Tanzania, Africa, and another boy from New Zealand. So first you will read this story from your book. You can understand why this story have given in this chapter. Very short story about Mamba and Peter. Those boys and girls live different parts of the world. Suppose Mamba lived in Tanzania, in a small village in Tanzania in Africa. She help her mother and also she doing some work for their home, and her father also engaged in a small agricultural activity, but her father does not produce enough food from agricultural field. That's why their economic condition very poor. And another boy, Peter, from New Zealand, he also live in a place in New Zealand. There maximum people engage with sheep rearing. So if you can differentiate among the Mamba's lifestyle and Peter's lifestyle. Mamba's family depends on agricultural activity, small agricultural activity, but Peter's family depends on sheep rearing. From sheep rearing, they are also having one wool factory. Her family member also engage with that factory, and Peter's family member use some latest technology. From that story we can understand that Peter's belong in a well economic condition family, but Mambas lived on a poor economic condition of Tanzania's Africa, a small village. Now Mamba and Peter stay in two different parts of the world and lead very different lives. This difference because of the difference in their nature, their climate, their type of land, type of soil, different type of natural vegetation. That's why they are different. Because you know New Zealand and Africa, if you see the world map, you can see that both are situated in a different location. So automatically according to the location, the climatic condition also differ, their type of vegetation also differ, type of landform, type of soil also difference. So all these part are having difference, that's why their lifestyle also difference. Now do you know in your book also have a information 90% of the world population occupies 30% of the land area. The remaining 70% of the land is either sparsely populated or uninhabited. So this you will see in that. Suppose this is 100% population. Suppose this is 100% land area. You listen carefully. From your book, do you know they are having a information? 90% of the world population, suppose this is 90% world population, 90% population. And this is the 10% population. Then 100% land area. This is 70%, it is 30%. Now, the interesting fact is that this 100%, 90% population live only 30% land area, and 10% people scattered or spread 70% land area. So, from this information, I think you can understand that India, all over the world, very few places people live in a congested way, very congested. Only 30% area, 90% people try to live, and 70% area. This 70% area may be dense forest, desert, or uninhabited places. These 70% areas, only 10% people try to live. So, from these two picture, you can understand that all over the world 90% population live only 30% of the land area. 30% land area. And remaining 10% population people scattered this 70% land area. So this is the important information from do you know. So from that picture you can understand that they are having some reason, that's why 90% people try to live only a small place or small area 30%, and very few population, only 10% people spread on the large area 70% land area. They are having some reason. I will discuss why this type of uneven distribution of population have all over the earth surface. Now, first, according to the heading you have seen, the land is an important natural resource. Now today we will discuss about the land resource. The land is an important natural resources. You have seen the land also depend according to the different type of landform. If you will see all over the world, there are three type of landform: mountain, plain, and plateau. These are the three type of landform, and people also try to live among these three type of landform only plain land, and the rest of the part mountain and plateau people also live, but it is not a very high number. Very few people live on that two part, mountain and plateau. Land is among the most important natural resources. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the earth's surface, and all parts is small percentage are not habitable. So I think you can understand that all over the surface of the earth 30% area having the land. So you know 30% area land and 70% water. So from this part These 30% land areas, all total land areas are not suitable or favorable for human survival. So you can understand. Now, the uneven distribution of population all over the world, there are some factors or reason. That's why people are unevenly distributed all over the world. It is a very important question also. The uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to the varied characteristics. What are the varied characteristics? These are these characteristics of land and climate. Land and climate, the rock topography, steep slope of the mountain, low-lying areas susceptible in waterlogging, and also the desert areas, thick forest areas are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited. Plains and river valleys are often also very suitable for agricultural work. That's why on that areas people live in a very densely populated also. So that's why these are the factors affecting the uneven distribution of population all over the world. Up to this you will read. Next day also we will start remaining of this chapter.